Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. Today we're taking a look at the Krusty Krab, set 3825 from the year 2006 with 295 pieces, 3 minifigures, retailed originally for $20 whole. If you want it now, brand new in box, you're going to be looking at about $348, which is incredibly expensive, $95 used. So this is quite the set. I don't think they've ever remade a Krusty Krab, and they probably won't. This was actually a set that I got for my birthday back in 2006. I picked it out from the store and thought it was the coolest thing since sliced bread. I really liked this set when it came out, though it does show its age in a lot of ways, which we'll get to in this video. It is still pretty cool, a very iconic looking set, especially if you were a fan of SpongeBob. So it's SpongeBob and Lego together. It would be interesting if they ever brought back this IP. Who knows? But let's go ahead and take a look at the minifigures first, then we'll get into the set itself. First up, we have Squidward Tentacles, and this is the old version of Squidward. In the later episodes, in the later sets of SpongeBob, they did update him to have a special molded head, but this is the original Squidward, just printed on a minifigure head. It does look really strange, actually, looking back, but this is all we had at the time. Pretty accurate there with the very simple shirt and no pants. The gray hands are weird, I must say. They've done this in like a sand green, and I don't know why they would consider giving this character gray hands unless they just didn't make them in that color, which I do assume is probably the reasoning. This is actually a really strange minifigure to have, considering Squidward has 4 legs, and he only has 2 minifigure legs. It actually translates a little bit strange, to be honest, but there he is. The face print is pretty good, though, despite the head not being very accurate. And next we have Mr. Krabs, and he's pretty cool. He has a special molded head because I would be horrified to see them fit this on a minifigure head, to be honest. Kind of a little cone shape with eye stalks, and they are flexible, so his little head does have a bit of give to it. He has little, I don't know if these are supposed to be considered fat rolls or what, but he has texturing on the back of his neck. His little nose doesn't quite translate as well. It would have been nice if they made that stick out, but I know with noses and minifigures, it's just not really a thing. His outfit does look pretty good. Pretty decent red filling there on that blue. Tends to work better with darker colors. And then he is on short legs. This was actually pretty rare until during 2006. We didn't have hardly any figures with short legs like this, and so I remember really liking these minifigures for that reason. Again, we have gray hands, which is really strange, and no printing on the back. His eye stalk does have the Lego logo on it. Mr. Krabs is probably my favorite from the 3. And then we have SpongeBob SquarePants, which we see in a couple different variations throughout the livelihood of this IP for Lego. He is the sandwich board type Lego, just on a body. And he too has short legs, they're brown. And he does not have any printing on the back. And he just has a standard happy face. The proportions are a little bit strange, but actually they are not too bad. I think that the printing on SpongeBob looks pretty good, and he comes off pretty appropriately, in my opinion. Technically, he's not a minifigure, but there is a 4th character to this set, and that is Plankton. And I loved Plankton. I thought he was so cute that they printed him on this cone, or cylinder rather, the 1x1 cylinder, and it's just an eye and a mouth. But our Mr. Krabs' arch enemy Plankton is included in this set, not counted as a minifigure, obviously, because he's a cylinder. But I absolutely love when they include tiny characters. He's about the smallest character you get, because even the little baby form dolls that they do now are larger than Plankton there. But it makes sense because he is, after all, a Plankton. Okay, I have the minifigures just outside the frame for a moment, but because I did want to talk about the set itself. So we have the main piece, and it sits all on this base plate, which is actually not super common for sets. I think 2006 was around probably the last time you saw big base plates for sets. There are only 2 removable portions to it. This set, I guess, if you want to consider that. You can also clip them on. I mean, you could put this barrel of Krabby Patties anywhere. It does come with 3 Krabby Patties, where you can see ketchup, mustard, and ketchup on this one. There's ketchup, mustard, lettuce, and meat on this. I think that the way they did the Krabby Patties actually is not too bad. I likely would see them do something like this still. Oops. Though you can't take them apart super easily without them breaking. You do get 3 of those though, and you get a nice big barrel for them. This is the cash register basically / SpongeBob's grill. You have a little sticker piece that says order here. Squidward can sit in here, and you have a cash register. This is shaped like the boat. Again, if you haven't ever seen SpongeBob, which I don't know who hasn't, might be a little bit weird, but he sits there all day being the cashier. And around back, oh, we have this nice little broom piece. And around back, we have the stove. Ooh boy, that is stuck. That's not supposed to happen. This is just supposed to kind of pop up, I think, and it ends up really distorting the build. That's okay. It's because the pieces are kind of old, I think. But, yep, we have the grill with a little sticker on the front there. There's the hot plate. You can put a Krabby Patty there, though it is a little bit awkward because SpongeBob is extremely short in comparison. But nonetheless, that's it. So those are your 2 extra builds. Checking out the main build for the Krusty Krab, we have a nice Krusty Krab sign, though it does spin, and I find that annoying because when you're setting it up, if you accidentally move it, it just will turn. The base spins as well as the clam, so it's like a double spinner. But it does say the Krusty Krab, and that again is a sticker. We also have the flags at the top, again, all stickers. Lots of stickers in this set. And then the enter sign also has a sticker. I find this build really kind of odd, the enter, because I don't remember it having an enter sign in the show. But there it is. I do like this little bit of kelp that we have growing here in that translucent green. It looks nice and it reminds us that we are underwater. There is a little trash can, which we just put extra studs inside. So you can throw away the Krabby Patty when the service is really bad. Obviously the facade of it looks reminiscent of the Krusty Krab. We have a little stack here as well as the double doors, and these are supposed to represent windows. However, they are completely intrusive. You can go through them if you want because there's not actually a window there. On the side we have a dumpster. This is about the only motion item in this set. You again can throw away Krabby Patties here. You can throw Plankton away in the dumpster if you want to. Yes, so this set is one of those that's like just basically a diorama, which is a little bit weird. I mean, like it's fine, but it doesn't have any play features, so it is what it is. And then spinning around back, we have a honestly less than desirable interior. I remember this not being super impressive even back in 2006 when I got it. We have a couple of barrels to sit on, and this is supposed to be a table, but it is like a bowl or a sink piece, which is a little bit weird. We have mayonnaise and ketchup. Not sure why we don't have mustard and ketchup because that would make more sense in my opinion. And then we have a little desk with a coffee pot, which I believe is supposed to be Mr. Krabs' office. It is made, however, to flip up. And the secret Krabby Patty formula is inside, which is a sticker. So it's the Krabby Patty recipe. So it is a little bit weird how they didn't block off Mr. Krabs' office. As you can tell, there is also a safe. I do like that it's in blue. That's kind of fun. There's a little lock that's a printed piece, but it does spin around just because the piece is old and loose. And then inside we have a couple of Lego gold coins as well as some money because that's very important to Mr. Krabs. The safe build's okay. It's built into the foundation of the Krusty Krab, so it actually is a little bit weird. I've definitely seen better safes, Scooby-Doo, but it is what it is. That is basically it. So if you want to add on the extra of the order here, it would sit there kind of awkwardly like this. I don't like that that build separates in that way because there's just not a good place to put it. You know, you put the cash register here so that you can help the customers. SpongeBob's back here, but then Mr. Krabs is like way up front doing his restaurant owner business right next to the diners. So it is a little bit awkward. It's not the best build in the world, but it does, at least from the front, look really cool in my opinion. As long as you don't flip it around back. Oh, and then the doors, I don't think I mentioned, the little double doors do open. Very cute. We definitely broke this set apart and used a lot of the pieces to make our own houses and stuff, and so those doors were very helpful. Little pants were helpful. Stuff like that. But overall, that is the Krusty Krab, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you think about this set in the comments below, and I gotta get Plankton out of the dumpster.